Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I was in an unfamiliar area today when I realized that I had a flat tire. And it was about noon. I was like, I don't have time to have a flat tire. But I pulled myself together. I told myself, calm down, calm down. It's not the end of the world. And so then I picked up the phone and I tried to snap the lesson. The lesson was, what could I do to prevent being in a similar circumstance in the future? And of course, that would be something like check your spare tire every month, once a month. Check your spare tire, make sure it's functional. But I don't think the snap was successful. So then I put the phone down and I did what any normal person would do. I just recorded a video on my phone like I'm doing now and then shared it to Facebook. But then when I finished that, I thought about it. You know, that wasn't the real lesson. That wasn't the real lesson. That was a lesson. And another one that I shared while I was waiting for AAA was to get AAA. Especially if you have a bad vehicle, breaks down, is undependable. Yeah, AAA, about $80. I think it's $79 to be exact, for a year membership, and you get 3 tolls. Well, 3 calls, 3 service calls. It could be toll, it could be bringing you gas if you run out of gas. It could be unlocking, getting you in the car if you lock the keys in there. So that was another lesson. But that wasn't the main lesson. Here is the main lesson. By the way, I don't know if AAA is available in other countries. I know a lot of my viewers are in other countries, especially Philippines. Big up to the Philippines. Thank y'all for watching my videos. But I don't know if y'all have something equivalent to AAA out there. So just check and see if there is a car club out there, which I know a lot, there's not as many cars being used out there. Yeah, I did some research on y'all because so many people watched the video. But anyway, oh yeah, that wasn't the main lesson. The main lesson was much more serious and much more significant. Not having checked on that spare tire represents something in our life, well, in my life in particular, but it represents something in all our lives when you talk about using it as a lesson, which is why I recorded the video. It represents something being overlooked and taken for granted. Overlooked and taken for granted. The spare tire. Yes. So the question is, what else is it in our lives that we overlook and take for granted? Because that has serious implications. Luckily with this spare tire, I had a backup. I was able to call AAA. Other things that we overlook and take for granted in our lives, it may not be so easy to fix. People, relationships with people that we actually care about, but we don't nurture. How about our health? Take for granted that we're going to be healthy, but yet our habits don't exactly promote good health. Maybe we've been lucky all this time, you know what I mean? What about being alive, period? I think it's easy to take that for granted. I know there's a lot of people who don't have life insurance. You don't really take stock in the fact that it's possible that something could happen. I mean, a lot of you have kids. You might have a car, payments to make, mortgage to make, but yet you have a family that's not taken care of if something happens. And not even, especially life insurance, but even disability insurance. Something happens. Suppose you lose your job. Is it taken care of? Will your kids be able to go to school, go to college? Will your wife and kids be in good hands if you leave, because you can get life insurance. Check out term life. A lot of people, this whole life is pushed on people, but most people only need term life, which is a lot cheaper. Lot cheaper. Yeah. So if you check into it, look at term life insurance. But I mean, these are some things to think about. Some things to think about. What is overlooked and taken for granted in your life? So if you can think of some things that you overlook and take for granted, that it might be beneficial to take a look at, post them in the comments below. Post them. Because, hey, it might be something that somebody else need to see, so they might think more seriously about it. All right, that's it, y'all. I didn't mean for this to take this long, because y'all typically don't watch a video that lasts 6 minutes. Peace.